going down the list.
That's great though.
Last time. That's my best answer to sticking with. Okay, it's July polka time.
Okay, where's Peggy Reed?
Yeah, really.
Her name's on this stuff.
Look around, see
All right, here we go.
It says don't slide.
Yep, that we need to talk. Look at Julida. When you get to page 3 at the bottom, there's a repeat sign you're going to come back to from page 4. You're going to repeat the boom chick part because it was so much fun the first time. And
It looks like that chick part is supposed to be quiet. Somebody has underlined it.
Then it looks like a DC got last week.
Yep.
Stupid.
Then, when you get to page 6, the back page, you repeat the lucky fellow place 2 times.
Girls first, then the boys.
Yep. Then you go back to the top.
Yeah.
And when you get to the middle of page 3, you skip to the coda, which is on the very last line.
I think we're too old to do this.
This is a test.
It's a test.
I couldn't do it when I was young.
Maybe I'm in.
This is
If you get confused, just sing boom chick.
I was the way okay.
All right. This was on Walt Dana's top hits of 19, what is that year? I can't read Roman numerals. 1958, the best of 1958.
That's right, 48.
48, best of 48. All right, here we go. Give us a pitch. Give us a pitch. Ready?
I sang bass.
I don't know if I can do this. Here we go. Ready? And. request for faster.
Not my mom.
Okay, I'll see you at the end.
Becky made a face.
You ready, Adam? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and.
I love Julina, love me Julina. How did she come my way? Did angels guide her? To me she's so divine when I'm beside her. I hear this heart of mine go boom, ching, boom, ching, boom. I love Julina, Julina, love me Julina. Julina, Julina, did angels guide her? Julina, Julina, when I'm beside her. I hear this heart of mine go boom, ching, boom, ching, boom. Boom, ching, boom, ching, boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, boom, ching, boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, 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 boom. Hey! Boom, ching, boom, ching, boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, boom, ching, boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, 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 boom. Hey! Julina strolls around the fellows up inside. When she's passing by, they try to catch her eye.
But she always turns them down so confidentially. Julina says she's not from what would be.
He's a very lucky fellow, that handsome young fellow. Oh, he's a very lucky fellow. Julina loves her, beep, beep, beep.
I'm a very lucky fellow, a lucky young fellow. Oh, I'm a very lucky fellow. Julina loves my beep.
Ching, boom, ching, boom, ching, 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 boom, ching, boom, ching, boom, ching, ching, ching. I love Julina, love me Julina. How did she come my way? Did angels guide her? To me she's so divine when I'm beside her. I hear this heart of mine go boom, ching, boom, ching, boom. I love Julina, Julina, love me Julina. Julina, Julina, did angels guide her? Julina, Julina, when I'm beside her. I hear this heart of mine go boom, ching, boom, ching, boom, ching, boom. Hey!
In my copy, somebody crossed out instead of I love July, it says I love Mr. Fraser.
Preserve that.
And I wrote it from father to son.
All state. Big, I saw that. Copy. All state. Okay, Brenda.
Huh? Oh, am I playing?
Oh, lovely heart. I can still remember it, the 1994 choir reunion. When Big Nat came to direct in the afternoon. And they'd done this in the morning, and I was, Brenda, for some reason couldn't be there that day, so I had to conduct. I'm not a conductor, I just wave my hand, so y'all just kind of feel it with emotion. But, you know, we got to the end, and I said, no, that's not the way he did it. He did, oh, lovely heart. Oh, and they said, no, he didn't do that. He did that exact thing when he came in, and they said, how do you remember that? We just remembered, you know, so. It is muscle memory. So, we love this. This is like the May Sisters' favorite song, isn't it, Mary? It's one of many. All right. So, I don't think there's anything unusual. I mean, it does change tempo, so I'm just going to wave my arms because I don't direct in time. Watch for mottos. The top is 5. The skies are heavy now with rain. Roll back it up. And then at the bottom of 5, wondering at your name. Okay. So hopefully most of you will remember this. And then at the very last, oh lovely heart. The holy soul. So we'll take a little break there. All right. See if we can get through this one.
Good show.
Now that, now the voices. All right, do you have them stand up? You got to read that. You know, it's just amazing because they voted 3-4-4-4. It changed to 3-2. I mean, did we even realize that? I mean, we just kind of kept watching his little. I know. I mean, I remember that night, my husband was there for that reunion. He said, all he did was wave this little finger and I knew exactly what to do. I said, he trained us.
I have a choir director now who would kill for that ability. Because he's got a wave like a madman.
Well, that was me.
I don't know.
Oh, John had one that has a little round circle. Does that mean to watch the eye?
That's Peggy Reed. So.
Oh, Peggy Reed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, give us the pitch again.
David's favorite.
I know.
David, your favorite.
It's looking good now.
Are you sure you would not like to conduct this?
If I can remember correctly, who was Keats Aramite?
We got a lot of sisters.
Who was Keats Aramite? I gave you an assignment when we did this piece, and I said, tell me who is Keats Aramite.
I do remember that. I was on the instrument. Yeah, I do.
Who was Keats?
Okay, there are two,
Poet.
there are two people who got voted smarts in high school, y'all go.
I know who Keats is.
Smartphone is all you need.
God.
Okay.
Oh, there's something else I've got to do too. Would you excuse me just a moment, please? This is another. This. Since I have
Look it up on your phone. Yeah, that's what I think it is. I know. We had actually got the line
Siri knows
there.
everything. You have to Could Siri say it for me?
In the
right.
bright star.
This was a
speaks
lot.
of nature's patient, sleepless eremite. It's a reference to an unidentified star which, like a hermit, sits apart from the world. Thank God for smartphones.
This was a letter Mr. Rice got. I hope that this letter won't sound absurd, but to you, I want to make sure some confessions and clear up the air. Here I am, right on the threshold of a new teaching job, starts Monday. 7th and 8th grade language arts. As I've been mentally preparing for this job, I've done some reflecting, remembering of how I was in the 8th grade. Heaven forbid. That is the essence what this long overdue note is about. I just wanted to say I'm sorry that I was such a pain in the blank during those fun Olympian puberty-stricken days. As I look back now, I can't believe that I was really that bad, but I'm sure it was true. All I can say is that I'm about to get a taste of my own medicine, probably, and I hope I'm as understanding and full of encouragement as you were with my crowd. I have a feeling that all my tricks and fast remarks are about to come back on me. Is there any way to prepare for all this? Anyway, this was just a thought, and I decided that I owed you a word of praise for 9 years ago. I do hope you are all fine and well. I would still consider babysitting if you get in a tight. Much love, Mary Ann.
I can't even remember that. It's 32 years. He saved that note.
Dear Mary Ann, may I say what a pleasant surprise to have received a letter from you seeking my advice about how to handle teaching and discipline in the classroom. More especially, it was delightful to receive your letter, to hear from you after the fact that a period of 9 years had passed since you were under my tutelage and the receipt of your letter. Were you really that bad, you ask? Oh no, I haven't forgotten you. That would be totally impossible. Those puberty-stricken years, the constant talking, the tricks, the fast remarks. Undoubtedly in your career in teaching, you will, as you said yourself, get a taste of your own medicine. However, be that as it may, and not wanting to answer in haste, and wanting to give you sound counsel, I thought I ought to set your letter aside for a period of time and meditate upon the question on the page and what I need to say to you that would be worthwhile, and then reply to you not as my student anymore, but as a colleague one to another. Therefore, after some thought and some careful long-range planning, I think that time has come to reply to you today, as I don't want to wait so long in responding to your letter and waiting for you to go out the door to retire. As my response then will be no use to you. Regarding the question you asked, is there any way to prepare for all of this? I can only respond, I am afraid not. As to what advice I can give you that will encourage you, I can only advise you to retire as quickly as you can. I hope this advice helps, Mary Ann. Thank you for the honor of your letter to me of December the 1st, 1976. Revenge is sweet. Regards, Dennis A. Rice. May 22nd, 2006.
That's great.
30 years, but I got my revenge.
And she's retired.
She was retiring. I had heard it somewhere. And I had saved this letter just for that occasion.
Mr. Rice, the best note I ever got from a child, ever, and I still got it. It says, Miss Causey has a great ass. Best note I ever got.
to say also that I think this is great.
Yes.
You know, I'm a little older than most of you, but not that much older anymore as we were talking. Some of you know how old I am. You can ask somebody else. I'm not going to tell you. I'll just tell you that I'm still young to know better and too young to resist. Anyway, I haven't seen this piece of music in years, but let's see what we
Well,
can.
some of us have never seen it.
Oh. Okay, well, I think you'll. I might say that you are still living throughout the state. Sometimes when I run across people who say, "Oh, you were there when they had the choir," so you still remember you were there. You had that kind of reputation. You, 1 year in junior high school, you had 39 students in all the course. We counted together 1 year, had almost 20% of students who were in all state course, both junior high and high school.
That's crazy.
That's how good we were.
Thank you.
All right. You guys, let me see what I can do with you.
remember when we were in Olympians doing this, I guess you were trying to get us to know about Keats and his Eremite, and you were getting dramatic, and maybe every choir did this. You would say something! Say something! And it was either John Barrow or Tommy. I'll blame it on one of them. Said, something! He said, say something, so yeah.
I remember one thing, and then I would sit down.
That's Joe May.
At the age of 30, which is what I was, you think you know everything sometimes, but then actually you're still foolish. And I made the statement, I wish I could speak at somebody's graduation. One of you very wisely said, don't make it ours.
Dennis, I still remember when I did my student teaching, you were at Bernie Harris, and I was with Helen Weathers for part of the day, but I came to your class, I did part of mine because I was a mixed major. I was trying to decide whether I really was music or middle school or something, so I did my student teaching in your classroom.
That's why I lost his hair.
I want, since I'm here, if I could be self-centered to do this one more time, and if we could start it off with a small I had, it was one of your sisters, I've forgotten which one it was, but said to me one time, I like this music, but I don't know if I like this up and down stuff or not. And, but anyway, if we could start, if we could do it again, start a little softer and build it up, build it down a bit. And I was accused one time in the church when I directed everybody. One time, would you mind?
As from the Athens church,
Really?
Is that okay?
Yeah. One thing, what, you all who were in my class, you remember this is what we sang at graduation? Yeah.
For those of you who graduated. We're going to go to lunch. Here's what we'd like for you to do if you don't mind. There are all sorts of places to eat around here with lots of GMOs. And if you wouldn't mind going to get it, if you want to go, you don't ever have to come back, but if you'd like to come back, we'd like for you to bring it back, and we'll break bread together all night, not on our knees, because we can't get up back off our knees anymore. And then so anyway, what we'd like to do for lunch, and as soon as you come back, so like 30 minutes, go get it and see what you want, drive through, whatever you want to do. And then we just are going to have a time of just sharing. Is that okay, like we did last time? It was really neat. Does that sound okay? So let me look at that clock. Well, look at your watch. Whatever time 30 minutes gets you back here, okay?
One thing before you go.
Yeah.
When you come back for lunch, if you want to hear, I have become the reliquary, I guess, for a slew of old reel-to-reel tapes that Bill Long bequeathed to me. And I'm in the process of trying to get them onto some more modern format, but the problem is, those of you who ever used old reel-to-reels, the tapes disintegrate, and I'm having to cook the tapes, and that takes a while. And some of the tapes are, you get one pass on them, and they're gone. So it's, we're losing some, but we're getting more than we had right now before. But what I have back there, and it was the first one that we did, just because I was curious, is Bill Long's graduate voice recital. So I'll put that tape on, and that CD on rather, and when you're back here for lunch, if you're curious to hear what his recital sounded like, you may take a listen back there. Okay?
Okay, see you in 30 minutes. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, all I knew is he stood up in front.